And tonight, more than 1 million New Yorkers are set to find out if their rent-stabilized apartments will cost them more money. That's because the city's Rent Guidelines Board is holding a final vote regarding increases. CBS News' Elijah Westbrook has more on the last-minute pleas ahead of the vote.
Tension and anxiety is reaching a high for some of more than 1 million New Yorkers who live in rent-stabilized apartments. In just a few hours, these tenants will find out if they will be paying more for where they live.
The rent increase is terrible. Right now, I'm paying $14, and I can't afford $1,400.
To understand the long-term impact this would create for tenants and the landlords themselves, we spoke to Vito Signorelli, Vice President of the Rent Stabilization Association for Landlords.
After the state rent laws were changed just 3 years ago, the rent increases enacted by this board have virtually become the only avenue for building owners to obtain additional income to try to keep up with building operating expenses.
Here's what's on the table tonight. Signorelli tells me if the Rent Guideline Board votes to increase the rent, one-year leases could go up between 2 and 4%, and on two-year leases, 4 to 6%. The average rent for a stabilized apartment this year is $1,400 a month. That means rent hikes up to $56 a month on a one-year lease or $84 on a two-year lease.
So now the shift goes to our elected officials here in New York City and New York State. They have the legislative power to enact some kind of voucher subsidy program that allows tenants who are truly struggling financially to receive money to offset rent increases.
Tenant advocates were hoping for a freeze or even a rollback, worried that the city's most vulnerable could be in jeopardy.
When you increase my rent to that much, what are you telling me? Did I eat or drink or feed my family?
Now, this final vote is set to take place tonight at 7:30 there behind me at the Cooper Union. If this all passes, we could start to see some of these rent increases take effect as early as October. Reporting here in the East Village, Elijah Westbrook, CBS 2 News.